Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So yeah, I did see that last week the Transport Fever 3, which I'd been saying for a while. I was hoping that was the next thing. I figured it was the next thing they were working on, the announcement they made at the end of last year. But yeah, now it is official. Transport Fever 3 is supposed to come out next year. So it's quite a ways off, but I am looking forward to it. I liked the trailer they released. However, I realized after watching it a couple of times that it was a cinematic trailer, not an in-game footage trailer. So I'm not sure what that trailer really tells us. I'm not going to do a review of it. I'm sure everyone who wants to can go and get a look at it. So today we're sitting here at Covina. Now, if we were going to continue going north on the east side of the map, Covina would be our next stop. But Covina's actually running pretty well. I think, now these trams are even fairly new. I really do not like the fact that they changed the age from months and years and stuff to, from in-game months and years to real-life hours. I don't know when that happened, but it had to have happened, I think, last week sometime, and I just don't like it. But as you can see, we placed our station here far enough to the east where we've never had anything grow across the tracks. So it looks like we need to upgrade some vehicles and add some more vehicles. So like this here, we have 3 groups. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade. There's only 2 on here. So I'm going to upgrade these to the Toronto trains. I don't even see. How many do these carry? 52. How many do these carry? 20. Oh, God. And these I do not want to put on because they're 4 things long. It's just too big. I hope we end up getting something newer. Oh, look, we do have some new cargo trams, though. That's nice. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and put these on, and we're going to... I think we're going to quadruple the number on there. So I needed to increase the... Well, you know, maybe... Yeah, we definitely needed to increase the number we had going there. So let's go to the next one. Do the same thing with it. And double the number on here. And then finally the last one. The little south one. We will upgrade that. And double the number on here. It's going to increase the traffic of those things pretty heavily. But it should all be good. I'll keep an eye on it and see if we need to do something with it later on. This is getting backed up. But that's not what I wanted. But that's fine, because we haven't upgraded the trucks in a long time. So we'll come on down here. I'm continuing to use these because they're working out real nice for us. Let's come on down to the bottom here. Capacity on 29. This has got a pretty big capacity. Just one compartment, though. So that's a fuel one there. That's limited. This one will cover everything. Not a big capacity. This one's got 4 compartments. We'll go with it. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. I think I just have the one line there. Oh, no, we do have 2. Okay. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing on this. Yeah, there's our 4 compartment one. Let's double the trucks on this route for now. And I saw that we have new cargo trams. We'll go ahead and upgrade these. Even though they're not really that old, they're in good shape. But let's get these new ones on here. They get a much higher capacity. So that should take care of the small backup we have here. It's really not that bad. But I do like the new ones. They look nice. Yeah, we're running into the mid-80s, 86 now. I bet you we even have access to... Yeah, we got access to the new buildings now. That one's new. No building on it. Seen that one before. High speed overpass. That's the platform connector. Yeah, there we go. So you have a choice between tunnels or bridge. That really just looks like the regular one. Not even sure why it needs to have a separate thing on it. I think this is our sunken one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm thinking at some point here, I'm not sure, we've got 5 cities along each side, which worked out really nice for us. This is the middle one on the east side, but West Valley City is sort of, it's much bigger, and it's directly across from Augusta, or almost directly across from Augusta, which is our central city here, and the second biggest city on the entire map. So I'm sort of thinking we should be redoing our air routes. I like this we set up here, and I think that we need to set up a similar passenger route between Newport News and Alexandria, and I'm thinking we should put an airport right between them somewhere. I don't know where. And move these airports, get them out of Covina and Alexandria, and move them down to, to Augusta, and either Frisco as the central city or West Valley City because it's larger. I don't know, probably Frisco is probably the better idea. But we'll get a little bit better traffic for people traveling. You know, these people up in Alexandria or Newport News are going to be very happy if they can, shoot over to Newport News without having to go all the way down to Los Angeles. But to do that, I think we need to do some work here. As you can see, this one grew very much across the tracks here. So I think I want to do the same thing we did down here in Kansas City and change the in-town station into a passenger-only one and sink it into the ground with the overpasses going over it, and then move the freight out to the east outside of town. And it shouldn't be a very difficult thing to do. And then we can run the tracks between Newport News and Alexandria. So first things first, let's go ahead and turn things where we're looking this direction. It'll be easier. Wow, 400 meters. Don't think I needed that. Let's see. You know, I think this is a good way for us to start off here. So let's go ahead. Just as a matter of size, having just 2. As we'll have those pass-throughs, and we'll have to build those out. Yeah, let's put it right about. Oops, let's go with some large buildings on this. Don't need high speed. Do want Caternary at least? Okay, yeah, that should be good. But there, I want it far enough away from the coast here that we don't have too much problem with that, which we'll keep the existing bridge, and we'll just loop out and catch this and then loop back across the water. All right, so we've got 3 freight. There's the freight coming up from the south. There is this freight here, which is oil, which is just going through, but on the way back it is dropping off fuel. And then I think, yeah, it would be real nice if I hadn't made these the same color. Let's change this to blue. There, it's better. Okay, so we got blue just stopping on this station here. which it isn't really necessary for us to keep doing it that way. We can change that easily enough. Yeah, that would not be a big problem to change. And use one of these two. We can put it on the outside and use one of these two inner ones, which will only need one of them for the stuff coming from the south. All right, so let's go ahead and yeah, we really don't need any more oops, here. We really don't need any more platforms here. This is going to work out fine for us. We'll have one platform for the fuel to drop off oil on the way back, or drop off fuel on the way back, the oil line to drop off fuel on the way back. Let's go ahead, let's pause this first off. Okay. That should be good. Do we have anything sitting here? No, we do not. So let's go ahead and start by taking all of this off from here. And the autosave. I don't know if we really even needed anything. That's good. I don't know if we really needed a separate pass-through line coming south, separate from the straight through, the pass-through. This really seems like it's off. Yeah, I don't think it is, but it really seems like it is. All right. Let's go ahead and grab this. Grab our tracks. I just like how elevated it is. That is quite a turn. Can't we do something better with that? What if we did something... That's not going to work because we can only go so far north before we run into that. That's better though. We keep our top speed at 120 that way. Okay. That's quite a big curve there. Yeah, it is. I don't like it either, but we don't need it to do that. Just that should be fine. Okay, and I'm going to have to do something with this. Even though it is a main line between here and Covina. See what I mean about this being so elevated here? I don't understand why it is. I mean, I do understand why it is. It's because the center part is higher, but I don't know why it had to be that way. All right. So now these guys are all here. I'm going to have to back them all out. Now... let's go ahead and grab this, and we're going to run it down to our pass-through tracks on the new one, on the new station. And I did not check that. I think this is long enough. I think we'll keep our top speed without me doing anything dumb. Okay, this all looks good. Yeah, that is all good. All we need to do here now is this. So the oil, when it comes back, is going to want to skip over to that track just to drop stuff off. And then here we'll grab this further up. I think that's far enough. Yeah, there we go. And he'll run into there. Let's do a double slip right there. And we've got the double slip here far enough out that all we need to do is just, or I should say we got them close enough to each other All we really need to do is put one stop in for both. Well, we really didn't need a stop for this one at all. But I am going to place that there, that there, that there. That'll make sure that this stays separate. Okay. That's double slipped, yep. I think that's all good. Let me just get some more signals on here. Alright, so we're going to grab our building supplies line, take out the Alexandria one, put in the new Alexandria one. Oh, and we need to change this to Alexandria Freight Station. Okay. And we'll do the same thing with the fuel. What restrictions do I have on here? Just unloading fuel. Not a big deal. There. And we'll restrict this to unloading fuel. Okay, that should be good. Why don't I have this thing stopping and waiting until full for the... Maybe it's because I'm having it drop off fuel too. I don't have it doing that. And now the Kansas City Freight, we need to go ahead and take care of this, which this isn't going to be hard. It's going to be basically the exact, I can't talk this morning, same thing. And did I mention yesterday? I don't know if I mentioned yesterday. I did try to do sorry, can't do two things at once here. There we go. I tried to do a video for... Ooh, yeah, that's a problem. Planet Crafter yesterday, but I really was not feeling well yesterday. I ended up sleeping most of the day. I did try to record, and it just was a complete mess. So the recording got tossed out. I'm going to have to try to follow this fairly exactly to get the same sort of curve. Well, that's not too bad. And then here, we're just going to merge down into our single track. There we go. And this one will be really easy to do because I've got the other track running side by side with it. Okay, that worked fine. And then we'll do this side. That all looks good. And then this one I'm going to take out and replace with a one-way right here. Okay. Oh, I didn't do anything with this one, did I? There and there. That should be fine. Do a little smoothing. And then all we have to do is just... Oh, God, that looks terrible. I didn't really want to look at that. We just need to add a new Alexandria Freight right here. Get rid of that. And that is all set. Now, all we need to do is get our freight station here moved. Okay, so let's get a street in. You know what? I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did last time. Take out part of these. The same thing I did in Kansas City. We're going to do the same thing with... I'll set up a nice big truck stop. And... hopefully it'll just work perfectly for us, just like it did down there. Alright, big and beautiful, just like the other one. Although these extra roads, I don't know, maybe I should put way stations in to force some of the trucks to use the different roads. Seems like they all want to use the center roads no matter what. We'll see. But now, I can go ahead and get rid of this. That's a nice, that's a newer shed we've got that I can use. See, these guys are all set. Yeah, that is all set. So now this one, let's go ahead and cut this back. And now we can go ahead and get rid of this station. And we're going to replace it with this below ground one. All right, platform length 320, we're going to leave it. We really only need one track. Well, it has minimum of 2, so we'll just leave it at that. Caternary, yes. Track layout, we're going to leave alone. Let's make this a little deeper than the last one. Overpasses, A and B. Entry on overpasses, yes. Building type. Yeah, let's stick with the same building type. I liked it. Baltimore Street, no. No, I just want large street. Is this the new? I guess got to get it out far enough where I can see. That does not look like the right one. Oh, what a crazy mix of streets. That looks like the right one. Okay. All right, so it snapped to it when it did it there, but our building isn't connecting right. How do I want to deal with this mess? Okay, let's turn the snapping off and try to just... God, the snapping is such a pain. You would think it would be nice, but it's not. It's not. It's a horrible nuisance. So you can put the snapping right there, but I'm just going to put it there for a moment so we can look at it. You see, it's lined up with absolutely nothing. And this, well, actually, this doesn't look too bad. It's right on the street, but is it connecting? Yes, it is. It is connecting. If only it lined up with anything. Okay, let's take this back out. Let's see if we can line this up with something at least. I mean, I like this being lined up here, but so that is not going to line up with, actually, come on here. That actually lines up with this street down here, which is perfect for that, and lines up with this. This is actually a good spot for it. All right, you guys have all got to go. You're all in the way. All of you. You are all horribly in my way. Come on. There we go. There. Can I get this instead to line up with this here? And now you're going to have to move your tram station. Oh, come on. You didn't like that? It won't snap to this. Maybe if I got rid of this. Or wait a minute, let's try this. Hang on here. Let's try making this 400. If I make it 400, will that reach between the two? No, it does not like any of it if I do it 400. All right. That seems perfect there. And it's snapped there because it's not connected to anything there. Let's just run this down to here, and I want it straight, not curvy. Although curvy might make more sense. I might want to widen that street so we can use it for traffic. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to run all the way out to the end there. So that could be a main thoroughfare there. And what a mess this is here. Okay, can I... Nope. Curvy. Can I make this curvy here, or is it just gonna look screwy if I do? That'll do, I guess. And then here we'll do a little curve here. And screw that completely up. And again, what is this? Why is it doing that? There we go. That's what I wanted. So it's a bit curvy there. I can put streets in here now, though. I'm probably going to end up having to move something in order to fix our station here. So what are we running for this? This is a single route. Okay, it took a little bit of finagling, but I got this in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this from a single route to two routes, clockwise route and a counterclockwise route, like I have in some of the other cities, and we'll use this station here. So I noticed this station here does fit neatly up against a train station. I noticed that when I was looking around at our other cities, trying to figure out what I was doing today. So there we go. We'll smooth that out a bit. Just don't fall down there, people, because you will fall down to your doom. I did end up deleting a street that was right here, but it doesn't really go anywhere, so I don't care. All right, so all we need to do now is this. So we're going to take this. Actually, what I'm going to do is this. Ooh, let's get rid of this and this, because those are going to need to go anyways. We don't need this stop here, I don't think. Are we using that for any reason? I don't think so. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's lined up. I can leave it just the way it is. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to grab this. And we're going to delete all. I'm going to change this to clockwise. And then we're going to go here, here. Why didn't you move this out some? You know, you're right. I probably could. I'm not going to. Why are you doing that? You should just go right into... There's no reason you should be going back. Oh, I know what's wrong. These streets. I didn't get Caternary on them. Is that right now? And I think somehow the trams ended up on the wrong thing. I swear, sometimes. So let's actually look at platforms. No, platforms here. So 1, 2, and 3 are on top. I thought so. You don't belong here at all. I'm just going to put you on 6. I'm going to put you on 1. And then we're going to make this 1, 2, and 3. So you can use any of those. And then we'll create a new one. And we're going to go there, 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 there. And this will be the Alexandria Public Transit counterclockwise. And then this, yeah, oops, no, that's right. Wrong button. There. Okay, cool. The only problem I see is I think this one is on the wrong platform. You need to be on 2. There we go, that looks right. And I don't know what all those errors are. You now, we're gonna take this, put you on the right station. Get rid of that. And I have not reconnected the trains yet, have I? Okay, let's go ahead and do that real quick. And then I think we should have this all upgraded and ready to go for what we're doing next. You know, sometimes the driver AI in this makes me wonder. Not only do they drive in weird little circles in here, but look at the right side. All the trucks are lining up on that one platform. I've got them set to be able to use any of these platforms, but they'll only line up and use that one. What is going on here, guys? Yeah, see, they're set up to use any platform. But there's something screwy about this. You know what I think it is? I think it's because I have them coming in here. They want to go all the way around and then do something. I don't know. Let's try this. I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to take that out. See, they want to come in this one, which makes no sense. Why are you coming? Why are you driving in that one? You know what? I have an idea here. I'm going to take that out, take that out, take that out, take that out. And then we're going to go... It's like these are one-way streets. Yeah, these are one-way streets. There. There we go. And then I'm going to have to guess on this because you've got to go from the direction you plan to have it one way. There. There. And we'll see if that makes things make a little bit more sense. Otherwise, everything seems to be working fine, except for these guys being stupid. I did redo the truck routes so they're a little bit more sensible, but I did not do anything with the passenger routes. Probably at some point we're going to need to extend them out a little bit further. There's all the sort of outlying regions we're not really getting. But everything's all set. I even got the little leader in here so that when we connect the Newport News next time, it's already all set right out to the edge of town. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.